Christ's letters. Continuation of letter number 3. Therefore, it was possible for me to focus and lower my frequencies of consciousness to the point where my form became visible to the human eye. I could return to my disciples and be seen by them, and I did so. I loved them more than ever before, and owed them as much comfort and support as I was able to give them after my death. Not only this, it was necessary to direct my own power into their minds in order to give them the impetus and courage to continue the work I had started. However, I want you to know that the individualized consciousness, which has ascended in vibrational frequencies to the very portals of the universal creative dimension, becomes light individualized. An individualized consciousness which needs no body in which to express and enjoy all that the glorious consciousness can devise in the highest spiritual realms. It is a supreme and enraptured state of being, having none of the needs, desires, impulses experienced by those who have not fully mounted high beyond and above the ego. Whilst living on earth, your minds remain anchored within certain parameters of vibrational frequencies, imprisoned in bodies which have their own needs. If your consciousness were to truly soar beyond these parameters, your earthly self would disappear. When I was trapped in a body, I was also largely confined to these parameters of vibrational frequencies and consciousness. Furthermore, imagination alone can soar no further than your previous experiences, and therefore you are confined to your past, which you project into your future. However, little by little, you will be led by those minds which are sensitive enough to access the higher spiritual dimensions and can thus move beyond your present consciousness boundaries. They will record for you those wondrous experiences and states of being beyond your own, to which you yourselves will then be able to aspire. In this way, you go forwards in levels or steps of spiritual development. Each step brings you a higher vision of what can be achieved, and out of this vision, you formulate a new goal. With this goal ever before you, you work to cleanse yourself of the contaminating influence of the binding rejection impulses of your earthly existence. Step by step, you transcend your ego. When you transcend your ego and it dies within your consciousness, you are now abundantly alive within the Father Love consciousness and find the reality of the kingdom of heaven in your lives, within yourself, and in your environment. To enable you to reach these pinnacles of love, joy, harmony, and rapture, I lived, worked, and died in Palestine, and I have come to you now in these letters. Let not my work be in vain this second time. As you read these pages, seek, meditate, and pray for inspiration. You will come to feel the Father's response, and if you listen every day attentively, you will hear the Father's voice. This voice is ever with you. Dismantle the barriers created by self-will. Open yourselves to receive strength, power, inspiration, and love direct from the Father Love consciousness. Read and reread these letters that they may eventually become absorbed into your consciousness. As you do so, you will be journeying towards light, and you will radiate light to others. Such light is not just light, as is electricity, but is the very nature of universal consciousness, which I described to you in my letter 1. Therefore, as you radiate light, you will radiate unconditional love. You will promote the growth and spiritual development of every other living entity. You will yearn to nourish and nurture. You will work to promote protection and healing and education. You will long to assist in the establishment of loving law and order in which all will be able to live harmoniously, successfully, and prosperously. You will be in the kingdom of heaven. At the same time, let there be no illusions. As steps are taken to introduce these letters to the outside world, there will be exactly the same recriminations, the same condemnation, the same talk of Satan, the devil, as there was when I first taught in Palestine. Take heart, pray for courage. Those who endure to the end will rise above the turmoil and violence and will rest in the peace and joy of the kingdom. In the light of Christ's spiritual truth, doctrines becomes meaningless and are swiftly jettisoned from the illusioned mind. So that's the end of letter 3. Short and sweet. Thank you. I love you. God bless you. See you tomorrow. Bye.